Hey there, it's the Grey Man here again. Just doing like a little video for Dan's, I forgot the name already, Dan's vinyl channel. I think I only just added to this one, and I'm not really super at looking at other videos at the moment. I've been a bit miserable, not bothered looking at videos. Especially, I'm more in the comic community now, I'm in the vinyl community as well. So I need to sort of step up my watching game on the vinyl channels, get to know some of the channels a bit better. I didn't know like 3 or 4 channels were that well. But anyway, so it's a competition. You've got to show some changes to enter this competition. I think it's, I can't remember, this is, I've not written the information down. If it's 100, I think it might have been 100 subscribers. I don't remember. But anyway, the link down below for Dan's vinyl channel if you want to go and sub him out, which is the whole point of this. Go and sub the geezer so he gets more watches. So the idea is to do with changes. He wants you to show albums that have got changes. And another thing with me doing videos, I'm lazy. I can't bother to look for stuff. Because like my vinyls were alphabetised, but all my CDs, and I've got loads of them, not just this here, I've got plenty of others in various other places. I can't bother to go looking through them to make videos. So rather than actually doing... I just come up here and I put this together in like 5 minutes. So all I've done is when I think of changes, I don't necessarily think of like a change in one album, like where a new person comes in. I was thinking more of a change in style, and that's the thing that always used to get to me. There'd always be bands that, you know, the first album would be excellent, you loved it. Second album comes out, they've changed their style, and it's like, oh, that's rubbish. Or it could be the other way around. It could be the first album, oh yeah, that's okay, mediocre, nothing to write home about. And then the second album, bam, they change their style, and it's like, wow, amazing. So I'm just gonna talk about changes in style, basically. So let's kick off with Bathory. Now, Bathory, a lot of people, especially I do love Bathory. Mostly. This is Blood, Fire, Death. This is their 3rd album, I believe. This is my favourite album, possibly of all time, actually. I really, really love this album. It's got a bit of Viking melodic stuff going on, but it's got loads of like crash, bang, wallop, like black metal, like busting out, you know, great stuff, this album. And so I was really excited when this album was coming out, Hammer Heart, and I was like, yes, cannot wait. I love this album so much. I listened to it all the time on my headphones, and I was, you know, expecting good things. But to me, I won't say I hate this album, but it was a massive disappointment for me because of the change in style. On this album, there's one track on it called Blood, Fire, Death at the end, which is like slow, melodic, and kind of like, but it's really cool. It's really cool because it's one song. Yeah, and you know, the rest of the album gives you the heavy, and that one song gives you a nice chilled out kind of like chanty kind of atmospheric, but it's really good. But this is, the whole album is like that on this, and it's not as good even as the Blood, Fire, Death track on here. So to me, that is a change that I could have done without, definitely, because it did not sit well for me. But now this is another band, Cadaver. Now they changed enormously. Practically every album they bring out, they difference in sound. But this is their 1st album, quite sick looking, hallucinating anxiety. And I like this album, it's good. Good, ugly. It's ugly, as ugly as the album cover. It's chunky, horrible death metal, but it's really, I like it. It's got a really thick sound to it, and sort of, it's just, it's immensely nasty, but I like it. And then they've got this second album, massive change. Super kind of technical. They had a cello instead of a bass guitar. Even the cello's even played with the bow as well in a couple of songs. It gives a really unique sound. Like, if you was playing it to somebody who didn't know the band, they would think it's completely different bands. Or maybe this album was like 5 albums down the road from this album. But no, it's the very next album. Massive change of style, but equally good. I enjoyed both those albums. Possibly the second album slightly more because the cello is very unique. But even the 1st album, I like that. Another thing I always think about changes is bands, and I say bands change their style, and in the death metal, you know, like when thrash got big, and then bands tried to sort of stand out, tried to appeal to larger audiences, so they got rid of the thrashy elements and went more rock, you know, aka Metallica and stuff like that. We kind of happened a bit with death metal as well. Death metal for a time, after a couple of albums, they all started toning it down a bit. And it was, to me, it was just anathema to my ears. It's horrible. So this album, Grave, You'll Never See, is an awesome, chunky piece of death metal. You know, I could play this all day long. It's awesome. And then the next album is called Soulless, and it pretty much is soulless because it's just pap. It's just slow, mediocre. All the heavy chunkiness of death metal has been changed, probably in an effort to bloody well get more popularity or to appease the label or something like that. That's all I can think of. Right, another one. Right, this one, Tiamat. They started out heavy, pretty bland to be honest. Nothing really stood out for me on this one. It was just some kind of slight doomy elements maybe on this one. Nothing to write home about. And then in this second album, massive change for the Clouds album. But I really enjoyed this album. It's got really kind of like melodic-y doom death. But yeah, it's streets ahead of this album. But that's a change that was positive. And then this next album afterwards is called Wild Honey, and they added gothic elements to it, and I didn't like it. So it just goes to show you, change can be good, changes can be bad, but the only changes that I could think of was Black Sabbath changes. I haven't got many Black Sabbath albums. I'm quite remiss when it comes to that. I've got 2 best of albums, and that's it. It's really funny when I went to see Black Sabbath. When they did Ozfest, 90, something like that, I'm not too sure. I knew all the songs, but only because they've been covered by thrash bands and stuff like that. So it's like I knew all the songs, but only because I've heard so many covers of them. And yeah, Black Sabbath are cool, but I just never really bothered to buy their stuff, other than a couple of compilations, really. Anyway, that's it. That's to do with changes. Dan's vinyl channel link is down below. Go and sub him up, and good luck getting your channel up there. And yeah. Check out stuff on my channel. I do a bit of vinyl stuff. Mainly, like on Thursdays, I kind of do music related. On Monday, well, I'm trying to do. I was doing a lot of beer and vinyl on vinyl videos on Mondays, but they kind of stopped now because I've shown all my mates' records. I already showed all my records, but I'm trying to get a couple of other mates to look at some vinyl, with their vinyl with me on my channel. Also, I'm doing some vinyl with my dad as well. If you like rock and roll and blues and rockin' blues, I'm going for my dad, Catman Jack is his DJ name. We do a rock and roll podcast together. I'll put the link down below if I remember. Check out those videos. Tuesdays I go for a demo tape, an old demo tape from my collection. You can't see them, but they're all... Oh, you can see them. All this. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 27 drawers full of demo tapes, which I've kind of been going through one at a time on Tuesdays. I've had a little bit of a hiatus actually. I've been lazy, but I'm going to try and get back onto that. Thursdays I do links to digital downloads. If you're interested in free digital downloads straight from the bands, not illegal or nothing like that. Yeah, I'll put links to those. That comes up on Thursday. Saturday I've been going through my CDs on my channel if you want to check out some of my CDs. And that's it really. I also do giveaways every now and again. I've got a giveaway going on at the moment for a band called Cruella. I'll try and put the link at the end of the video. And all you've got to do is sub to my channel, put a comment on the Cruella video, and I'll put you in the draw, which is going to come up at the end of June. Anyway, cheers for watching.